श्री राधारमन लाल की जय, श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय, श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय, श्री राधा रानी की जय, श्री रज रानी की जय, श्री यमुना महारानी की जय, सब संतन की जय, वैष्णवन की जय, भक्तन की जय। जय जय श्री राधे श्याम। Today, we are going to discuss the very same verse which we are discussing in the last two sessions. Is the Shikshashtakam verse 1. So please, all of you, the verse has been shared by Kirtida on the message board. Just repeat it after me. Cheto darpan marjanam bhav maha davagni nirvapadam shreya kaitav chandrika vitaranam vidya वधु जीवनम आनंद अंबुधि वर्धनम प्रतिपदम पूर्णामृत आस्वादनम सर्व आत्म स्नपनम परम विजयते श्री कृष्ण संकीर्तनम. So cheto darpan marjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam shreha kairav chandrika vitaranam vidya vadhu jeevanam anandam buddhi vardhanam pratipadam purnamrat aswadanam sarva atmanas napanam param vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. Shrimad Mahaprabhu have given us this the very first instruction in Shikshashtak. Actually, Mahaprabhu have never written any scripture for any of the jivas, even though there are stories where he has, which mentions that he had written the commentary on Nyaya, on the logic. But for his friend, he threw that commentary into the Ganga. So we do not have anything written, but the very first time Shri Rupa Goswami had mentioned Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Siksha, the instructions, in his scripture called Padhyavali. And from Padhyavali only we fetch these verses, the 8 verses, which are the core teaching of Shri Gaudiya Sampradaya. So we are discussing the very first verse, and in the last season, session, we were more focused upon Bhava Maha Davagni Nirvapadam, that extinguishing the raging forest fire of material existence. This is the one of the job of Sankirtan. And we will be continuing, where we had finished this last time. And I will be speaking today mainly on that, what this Sankirtan does in our life. See, according to this very first siksha or instruction which Mahaprabhu have given to us, there are 8 things which we have to understand. There are 8 points that what Sankirtan really does in anyone's life who practices Sankirtan. The very first one is cleansing the mirror of the chitta. The second one is extinguishing the raging forest fire of material existence. The third one is shining moonlight on the evening lotus of good fortune. The fourth one is the life of the wife of knowledge. Fifth one is expanding the ocean of bliss. Sixth one is the taste of full nectar at every moment. Seventh one is bathing the entire self. And the eighth one is param. Param means the sacred love. Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. Shri Krishna Sankirtan is supremely victorious. Now, uh, in the last two sessions, some devotees have cautioned about the difference between the Kirtan and Sankirtan. Shri Gopal Bhatt Goswami speaks in Bhakti Sandarbha, and he says, "Bahumir militva kirtanam sankirtanam itya uchyate tattu chamatkar vishesha poshat purvakopyadhik miti geyam." That kirtan performed by many, bahur militva. Bahur means many, militva when they come and assemble together. So, Kirtan performed by many who have gathered or and come in an assembly, uh, and then they chant all together, and that is known as Sankirtan. And this Sankirtan is to be known as superior even to the Kirtan uh, because of its fostering a special type of uh, powers which it contains. And so, why is this Sankirtan so special? So, because we are not talking about Kirtan that anyone can sit down and do the Kirtan. We are not talking about it. The very first verse which Mahaprabhu is speaking about is Sankirtan. Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. The very, very, very first one. Why is this Sankirtan so special? And we have to decode this verse to understand it easily. Because this verse talk about the primary as well as the secondary goal for devotees. That there are so many different types of goals when anyone actually um, chants this very Sankirtan. And Mahaprabhu have listed the top 8 goals which one may attain it by doing the Sankirtan. So first, Mahaprabhu have actually penned down the secondary goals which one may or one can attain by doing the Sankirtan. What are those? चेतो दर्पण मार्जनम भव महादावाग्नि निर्वापणम श्रेय कैरव चंद्रिका वितरणम विद्या वधु जीवनम आनंद अम्बुधि वर्धनम प्रतिपदम पूर्णामृत स्वादनम सर्व atman snapanam. These 7 things one can actually attain, and these are known as the secondary goal of the Sankirtan. That they just come naturally. They come if any devotee follows it strictly, the Sankirtan practice. So, what these 7s are: the cleansing the mirror of the chitta, extinguishing the raging forest fire of material existence, shining moonlight on the evening lotus of good fortune, the life of the wife of knowledge, expanding the ocean of bliss, the taste of full nectar at every moment, bathing the entire self. See, these are not our goals. None of them are our goals. None of them. These 7 of them are not our goals. We are not doing bhakti to clean our chitta. We are not doing our bhakti to finish the or to calm the fire down of this material world. We are not doing the bhakti to get some good fortune. We are not doing the bhakti to get some kind of a knowledge. We are not doing the bhakti uh, to attain the Anandam Buddhi, the ocean of bliss. And we are not doing the bhakti to get the taste of the full nectar at every moment. Nor we are doing this bhakti to bathe ourselves completely uh, in Krishna, Prema. We are not doing the bhakti for any of these reasons. We are doing the bhakti to attain the sacred love, the real victory, the param, which is known as prem. We are doing this is our primary goal. Um, None of other sevens are our goal. The very first one is the goal is to attain Krishna Prem, that Param. So even though there are goals of removing all sorts of worldly issues of oneself and getting a Swaswarup also, the form of Gopi, the form of Manjari, but according to the Gaudiya philosophy, they are the secondary goals. They are not the very first goals. The primary goal is Prem. So we have to understand that when Mahaprabhu is speaking about, the or glorifying this very Sankirtan, that what does this Sankirtan do in our life? Uh, so we have to understand that what is lacking in us and how to make it better to attain that very prem which Mahaprabhu is speaking is the primary goal, is the main goal for any devotee to attain. So in the last class, we have talked about the ahankara, and everyone are getting affected by maya. Everyone uh, are into this world which is burning, uh, which is burning by the maya's fire. So now uh, I was reading one of the commentaries of Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Bhatt Thakur, and then came to this very conclusion that no one actually can get rid of this fire. Everyone are burning into it. Everyone are burning into it. There is no way one can actually escape. Only Shukdev Maharaj was the one who escaped from it. Otherwise, no one can escape from this very fire. So this fire, or let's say like last time when we were talking about ahankara, and I was speaking that ahankara stays at the bottom of our spine. That's known as Mooladhara Chakra. Yeah. At very Mooladhara Chakra is the ahankara organ, uh, where all our ahankara is there. Now, uh, Shrimad Bhagwatam talks about that not just ahankara is living alone there, it's living with us 11 other guests. It's not living all alone, it's living with us 11 other family members. Who are those family members? Shrimad Bhagwat says, you know, the five uh, senses of knowledge. These are the senses through which we perceive the world around us. Is like ear, skin, eyes, tongue, nose. And then there are they are known as Gyanendriyas, Panch Gyanendriyas. Then there is a Panch Karmendriyas, the senses of action, that is speech, hands, feet, anus, genitals. These are the five karmendriyas. So they are in total of 10. Five Gyanendriya and five Karmendriya. And 11th one is Mana. These 11 members, Ekadasham Swikaranam Mameti Shayyamaham Dwadas Make Ahu. They rest on the bed of ahankara. Srimad Bhagwat says that these 11 of them, they rest themselves, or they are there sitting on the bed of Dwadasa, means on the Ahankara's bed. So 11 things are there all together on the Mooladhara Chakra, which we were discussing in the last session. Now this ahankar is there. The ahankar is there. Now, what is this ahankar? And why do we have to actually take care of this ahankar? Because this is the biggest hurdle in our life. Uh, Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Bhatt Thakur in Madhura Kadambani, he very nice that the ahankar has two functions. The first one is I-ness, and the second one is minus. There are two functions of this ahankar, I-ness and minus. And we do everything in our life for these two things mainly, I-ness and minus. When we are connecting ourselves with this body, with this physical body, we are doing every action. We are doing every action. We are involved in every act because of these two things, I-ness and minus. I, and minus means this is mine, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. Uh, so ahankara is connected with all of those things. Where like I is there, my is there. Now, uh, Shri in the Bhakti Sandarbha is very nicely one verse is mentioned, and it says that ahankar nivrittanam keshavo nahi duragaha ahankar yuktanam hi madhe parvat rashaya. That Krishna is not far from those who are free from this ahankara. But there are mountain ranges, Parvat Rashaya. There are Rashaya. Rashaya means that there is a ranges of mountain between him and those who are possessed of this ahankara. So it's just not a one mountain we are talking about. We are not talking about that we are supposed to cross one mountain and then Krishna is right there. Now we are talking about the range of mountains, and why we are talking about range of mountains, because ahankara is not staying alone. Ahankara is there with the 11 other guests, 11 other members, five those 10 senses and one mana. 11 of those guests who are there. So is the range of mountains are there. So we have to cross those range of mountains to meet Krishna. And we cannot meet Krishna until or unless we are focused upon removing this egotism from us. And that is why Krishna says in Shrimad Bhagwatam that it is important to avoid attachment to the sensory world. That whatever the attachments are there in the sensory world, they all create some sort of illusion that this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. And this is especially true until the mind's impurities like passion are removed through steady devotion. Uh, but we are not focused to that. We are not steady uh, in our devotion. So Krishna says that just like a disease that keeps coming back if it is not properly treated, a mind with unhealed impurities and attachments to this world can hinder an inexperienced yogi. And if a yogi faces obstacles often caused by other people sent by gods, they will eventually overcome these difficulties and through their past practices, that how to deal with each and everything in this world. If you already know that art, and if you are applying that art, and you know that that art is very successful, and by using that art you are keeping yourself away from all kind of attachments, then that yogi or that practitioner or that aspirant or that devotee continue their spiritual journey in the next life, focusing on yoga instead of worldly actions. So it's very much important to work on our ahankara, because ahankara is the main obstacle, the most important obstacle, ahankara. So ahankara is something which make us connect with this world. We were already burning. Let's say that we are born in this world whose nature is to give sorrow to us. But if someone comes and put the fire on it, what, oh sorry, ghee on it, oil on it. So what will happen? We were already burning, but that fire actually became much more stronger because of that ghee. So we all are burning already, but ahankara is like a ghee or that oil which we have poured on onto that fire. So we are more miserable in this world. Hmm. So, what does Sankirtan do? Bhav Maha Davagni Nirvapadam. Uh, it uh, finishes that forest fire which is burning in us, uh, which is burning us basically. Uh, there usually there are different, the different types of fire. As I was just speaking about that we are already burning into it, but we put the second one is we are burning, but we are putting the fuel of ahankara into it, then we are burning more. So, in the Brahad Bhagavatamrit, a very beautiful verse is spoken by Shri Sanatan Goswami. He says, Ichha vasat pap mupas kanam chiyate bhogon mukhmappe mushmat prarabdha matram bhavati taresham karma vasistam tadavashya bhogam. He says that even the sin which is about to be experienced is known as prarabdha karma, which we are supposed to uh, face it in this lifetime. They can be destroyed uh, by Nama Sankirtan according to their will. For others, prarabdha karma is the only remaining karma, since that is necessary to be experienced. Now, this is a very beautiful thing which Sanatan Goswami is speaking. I remember there was a one Babaji in Radha Kund. He used to do his Sankirtan, uh, used to do his meditation, and one day he was doing his bhajan in his small hut, closed, locked from inside. No one could come in. He never used to even go out. One day, while he was doing japa, he felt that someone actually walked into his kutia in his hut. So he opened his eyes and he found that there was a one man, hmm, full of skin disease, full of skin disease. Or everywhere there was a pus, and uh, there was a bad odor. It filled in his kutia. So that Babaji asked that, who are you and how did you even come in? Uh, So that man replied, oh, I'm your prarabdha. I'm your prarabdha, and in your prarabdha, it is written that for 12 years you are supposed to get the skin disease. But as you are a Vaishnav, I do not, I cannot actually come and touch you. Now, please allow me so I can enter in your body and uh, give you the obstacle or hindrance for 12 years by giving you this disease. He was so much into his bhajan. Babaji replied, "You know what? Come next time. I'm so busy today in my bhajan." Next day he went, and he again entered, and he was like, look, the way you are doing your bhajan, the 12 years uh, the 12 years of prarabdha karma, the karma which you have to face, Babaji, uh, what I can do because of your bhakti, I can give you the 12 months of torture. Not any more of the 12 years of torture, but I can give you the 12 years of torture, 12 months of torture. When he said that 12 months of torture, Babaji said, look, I have no time. Let's do this. You come tomorrow, we will sit together and have a word. Because you come on randomly on a random time, I'm doing my bhajan. Next day, when he went, again he said, um, Babaji, are you ready? Because it's the 12 months of 12 months of disease I'm gonna give you. So Babaji replied, well, if this is what I have to face, I have to face. You know, uh, if you want to come, come. 12 months. Like, okay, Babaji, how about this? You're a Vaishnav, and I know that I cannot actually give you too much of prarabdha karma, but because of your Sankirtan, because of the fruit of your Sankirtan, what I can do is I can come to you for 1 day. So Babaji replied, okay, 1 day, 24 hours, you give me the 12 years of the entire prarabdha karma, that disease. I will lock myself in, won't let anyone come in, and I will be here taking my karmas. I will be completely full of disease. No problem. 1 day of torture. I'm ready for it. So imagine the 12 years of prarabdha karma, and because of Sankirtan, that Babaji only faced for 1 day, for 24 hours. Bhav Maha Davagni Nirvapadam. A very beautiful verse. Very beautiful verse of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. 12 years of prarabdha karma, of that torture, uh, in a 1 day that Babaji had faced and got rid of. So Sankirtan had that power. Sankirtan definitely have that power. And that is what it has been spoken. Even the sin which is about to be experienced, that is the prarabdha karma of the devotees, is destroyed by the Nama Sankirtan according to their own will. Yeah. They are the one who chooses. If they will say, I don't want to choose it, Prarabdha has no power whatsoever to still make the devotee miserable. But devotee has to reach to that level definitely. So, so we are cleaning our chitta, let's say, but for what? We are getting rid of uh, all our prarabdha karma for what? To see ourselves as gopi? Uh, it's true that we can do that. Scripture says, Chittameva hi sansaraha tat pratyena shodhayet yach chittas tanmayo bhati gohiya me tat sanatanam. The chitta itself is a sansar. Uh, the condition of one's chitta, the cause of the perpetuation of one's bondage in sanskar. Purify it with uh, exertion, as is the chitta one becomes absorbed in, constituted of to the content in one's chitta. This is the eternal secret. The Upanishad talks about it, and Upanishad says very clearly, uh, the chitta, which is collecting all the sanskars, all the experiences throughout our life by our senses, is the only bondage, is the only bondage we have. Now, if you want to purify it, it can be purified. 100% it can be purified. Uh, there is a one nyaya, there is a logic of the crow's eye. Uh, how the crow's eye work? So, like in Indian scripture, has been mentioned that the crow only has a one eye. So when crow usually turn his head, uh, so when he turns his head, his eye goes there, to that near to that one of his eyes. So then only he can be, he becomes able to see that side. So he doesn't have two eyes according to the scriptures. In many places in the scripture has been mentioned. So he has, let's say he has a one eyeball, somewhere, in between of his two eyes. And that balls actually goes from one side to another side to, whenever, in whichever angle he turns his neck. So it says that right now, our eye or ourself, are too much absorbed into the sansar. So we are looking at the sansar, we are looking at everything, we are enjoying experience everything which is connected with our body. The only thing what we have to do is we have to turn our eyes, like a crow. The moment we turn our neck, the eyeball, which is actually too much involved into the bodily affairs, the moment it actually turns, then we are so much involved into the spiritual affairs. Once one do that, his chitta is 100% becomes purified. Cheto darpana marjanam. But what will that chitta shuddhi do alone? What will happen after, let's say, you clean your heart? Let's say you see your swarupa, you see your form. What will happen? Na kevalam shuddha chitta tattvamev yogyata kim tarhi. What will happen after you see your chitta? What will happen when you see when your chitta is shuddha, is cleaned? See, this is cheto darpana marjanam, bhav mahadavagni nirvapanam. All of these are secondary goals, 100% secondary goals. Let's say, uh, let's say I have a headache, right? So last like 3 hours or something, I'm suffering. There's too much of headache, too much of headache. I'm unable to do anything. I'm kind of becoming handicapped, unable to think, unable to do anything. So uh, if I go and take paracetamol, and after taking paracetamol, after half an hour, I feel very good. I feel like happy. Thank God, uh, this headache is gone. Now, uh, if someone comes and asks me, how do you feel? And I'll say, oh, I feel very good. I feel very good. But actually, uh, if you really want to understand, how do I feel very good? This statement is very wrong in itself. I was very good 5 hours ago also. I was very good then 10 hours ago also. I was very good all the time. But for a 4 or 5 hours, I was not good. Uh, so if I get rid of one headache, I'm again returning to my old self only. But I'm thinking, oh, getting rid of some negativity, I feel very happy. How can I be very happy? This is not the happiness. This is not, this is like returning to your old self again. The headache was the headache came. I cured that headache is gone. I am again on my normal state. I cannot say that I am actually more happy. This is a very wrong statement. So in a very same way, cheto darpana marjanam bhav mahadavagni nirvapanam, either like my chitta is very dirty, but let's say I clean it up, then what? I'm not getting a bliss. uh, I'm not getting a bliss. Let's say bhav mahadavagni nirvapanam, bhav mahadavagni, that, oh look, I'm burning in this forest fire. So let's take another example of, uh, like someone have gone to the ocean, and then he is captured by the ocean current, and current is pulling him. He starts to screams, and the lifeguards sees from far. They run, they try to catch him, they bring him back to the beach. So when they bring him back to the beach, uh, he's not saved yet. Uh, for many that he's saved, no, he's not saved yet. He still has a water in his in his oxygen pipe. He's not saved yet. So uh, what will happen? What will happen? He will be, the lifeguards will try to revive him. Lifeguards will try to make him breathe again. They will uh, they will press his chest. They will put him on the side. They will try all the different techniques so the water which he has consumed, or in his oxygen pipe, has to come out. Once they will revive him from that, then only we can say that he's saved from it, from the ocean. But just recovering a body and bringing it to the bank of the ocean and says, oh look, we have saved someone. This is not what uh, saving means. In a very same way, bhava mahadavagni, everyone are burning. Everyone are burning. But the moment you choose to finish the fire in someone's life, then what? This is not the real goal of someone's life. And this is what I'm talking about, that this is not the goal of our life. This is not what the Gaudiya acharyas have spoken about, that you just finished extinguish the forest fire in someone's life, on someone's sadness. This is not the real goal. So uh, we have to understand that there are different Indian philosophies, uh, like Sankhya, Vaisheshik, Nyaya, Mimamsa. These different four philosophies, for them, their goal is one, and that goal is how to remove the sadness from our life. This is their only goal, nothing else. Hmm. Whereas the fifth Yog talks more about, more in there. It says, no, 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 the goal is not to just remove the sadness. Because once you remove the sadness, then what? Yeah, I mean, like, you just remove it and then what? Without goal, if the spiritual person life is, then what is he achieving at the end? He's not achieving anything. So, Yoga talks about Nana, seeing oneself, Atma Sakshatkara. Uh, Seeing oneself is the goal in the yoga system. Like how in the Vedanta, Brahm is the goal. But let's say, uh, it's very nice, it's very good. Even Vedanta tells you how to reach how to obtain your goal, uh, what to do, and how and what practices one should be doing to attain that Brahma. Uh, but one can attain that Brahmanand, let's say. Suppose that one can actually attain that Brahmanand. And when he is attaining, he reaches to the final stage, Samadhi, and he is enjoying that Samadhi. He is in Brahmananda right now. Very nice. But the moment he leaves his body, mm, his soul leaves his body and merges into Brahma. Is known as that merging in Brahma. The moment he merges in a Brahma, then on that very moment, his soul is not enjoying the bliss. Eating a sugar and becoming a sugar is two different things. When he was in his this body have reached to the very samadhi stage, the last stage of jnana yoga. Is very nice, very beautiful. He's enjoying his brahmananda, uh, the bliss of Brahma. But one day, let's say he goes back to, Brahma, the formless God. What happens on that time? He's becoming a sugar. He's not enjoying it anymore. He just goes right there. There's nothing. So just imagine. if someone or someone feels the desire that I want to become a rich person, and uh, and work so hard, earn so much of money. Let's say he becomes a billionaire, and after becoming a billionaire, but he doesn't consume any single penny from it. He doesn't use a single penny. He only earns but doesn't like to uh, you know spend on anything. Hmm. So what is the use of that money? So in a very same way, uh, I'm saying that I want ananda, I want the bliss, I want this bliss, I want this bliss. But at the end of the moment, when your soul has to enjoy that bliss throughout his life, till eternity, or the uh, he goes and merges himself into the Brahm, in the formless. Hmm. So, what is the use of that? Uh, there is no use. There is no use, uh, and that is why uh, it says that those who are even following the different philosophies, their chitta cannot become 100% soft. Uh, it says in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Shri Rup Goswami say, यदुभे चित्त काठिन्य हेतु प्रायः सताम मते सुकुमार सुकुमार स्वभावेयम भक्ति तस् हेतु रीरिता. He says that because in the views of sadhus, Gyan and Vairagya generally causes the hardness of heart. Bhakti, which is very tender by nature, is said to be its own cause. Hmm. So one has to do bhakti, one has to perform bhakti, and by doing the bhakti, and bhakti is the most beautiful yoga, because bhakti in is itself is a sadhan, means the first stage. Bhakti in itself is the last stage. Prem bhakti, whichever way you want to say. Hmm. Shri Rupa Goswami says, Krati sadhya bhavet sadhya bhava sam sadhana vidha nitya siddhasya bhavasya prakatyam hirdi sadhyata. The devotion that is executed by external actions but is meant to produce feelings of love is called sadhana bhakti, the very first stage of bhakti. The goal of the practice sadhana is to manifest eternally existent loving feelings in the heart. So, is sadhya and sadhana. So, sadhana means that whatever practices we are doing and what do we want to attain is the prema. That's our finest goal. This is our ultimate goal, that we want to attain prema. We neither want to attain uh, just that I want shunya. We do not want that, okay, we only want to get rid of the sorrows of our life. We do not want to even uh, merge ourselves into Brahma. Our goal, it's one and only, that we want to attain sacred love. Now, bhakti is all about sadhan and sadhya. In a very same way, Nama Sankirtan is also sadhan and sadhya. Sanatan Goswami in Brihad Bhagavatamrit, he writes, Tadev manyate bhaktehe phalam tad rasikair janahi bhagvat prem sampatyau sadaiva avyabhicharataha. He says that the Nam Sankirtan itself is also considered the fruit of bhakti, which is prem, by persons who are rasiks of it, because of it being always unfailing in manifesting prem for Bhagavan. Uh, Now, this is the very important verse, one of the most important verse of Brihad Bhagavatamrit. and the commentary by Sanatan Goswami of this very verse, it takes us to a very different dimension. uh, an objection may be raised, like Sanatan Goswami speaks in the commentary, and he says that an objection may be raised that, well, prema is the fruit of every type of sadhana bhakti, not just nam sankirtan. And thus, there is no basis for this statement about Nam Sankirtan being even the fruit of bhakti itself. Uh, Sanatan Goswami raised this caution by saying that the objection can be made that, you know what, uh, I do my chanting, and by my chanting, I can attain prem. Or, you know what, I do smaran, and by smaran, by dhyan, I can attain sacred love. Or if I'm just according to the scriptures, so I can attain prem also. Hmm. So why are you saying that only the Nam Sankirtan can give the fruit of prem? So to this objection, Sri Sanatan Goswami further writes, and he says, true, it's true that every sadhan bhakti can give you the ultimate result, prem. Ultimate result, prem. 100% it can give. But because of prema being inevitably attained when Nama Sankirtan occurs, it is considered the fruit of bhakti in figurative sense. That the reason for the figurative statement that Nama Sankirtan is the fruit of prema bhakti is given here. That Nama Sankirtan is always an unfailing cause of prema for Bhagwan manifesting. A very beautiful, important point. Nama Sankirtan is always an unfailing cause of prem for Bhagwan manifesting. The very first thing, what does the Sankirtan does to us? This Sankirtan is an unfailing uh, practice which can make us have an audience with Bhagwan, and it can manifest prem in our heart. Unfailing cause of prema. So it it's it's like a, in the Ayurveda they say that ayur ghritam, that ghee is life. In a very same way, Nama Sankirtan is life for every sadhak. Nama Sankirtan is the only and only life. Uh, Now he goes more further, Sanatan Goswami, and he says, Vichitra Leela Ras Sagarasya Prabhur Vichitrat Isfurita Tat Prasadat Vichitra Sankirtan Madhuri Sa Natu So Yatna Diti Sadhu Siddhyet. He says that the diverse sweetness of Sankirtan can be truly attained only by the manifest. This beautiful grace of Krishna and the ocean of beautiful Leela Ras, and not rather by one's own idea or the practices. Now, again, in his commentary, Sanatan Goswami raises an objection first and says, if someone performs chanting, Nama Sankirtan, of God's name aloud, that, in the assembly of people, devotees, everyone are sitting, and let's say like one is uh, doing the sankirtan, and he is chanting his holy name aloud, crying with deep emotions as described. Hmm. uh, like he's getting mad, sometimes he's laughing, sometimes he's louder than others, sometimes crying, all the different types of symptoms he is getting, and he is just participating into sankirtan. There could be concern about obstacles such as the difficulties in singing in public. That he says that, you know often there are different types of reason of that why people actually feel uh, scared of nama sankirtan. So it says that some may feel shy, that, oh, you know what, I don't feel very much confident to chant sankirtan, krishna nam sankirtan in public. Hmm. um, if some people chant beautifully, the sankirtan, then what happens is that people start to admire them. So then other people feel like, those people who are admired, they feel like, oh, I don't want to attract uh, all sorts of people. uh, I should be much more focused on my chanting, on my sankirtan. uh, People, when they sit down, I remember, there are often, you may see all these mridanga players. They put all the tapes on their hand, on their fingers. Why? Because when they play mridanga, in the clay mardanga, their fingers start to bleed. Many times when you are doing the sankirtan, after a time you feel exhausted, you feel sweaty, exhausted, very tired, you feel ill sometimes, or the face physical weakness. These problems might arise when we are practicing sankirtan, but they don't occur when one is engaging into smaran, means into meditation, private meditation. Uh, no one can actually see that this very devotee is meditating, so no one will come and admire that devotee. He will not feel shy because he is all alone. He doesn't have to show anyone. What he is doing is his own business. He can just sit down and meditate upon krishna. Mm. He won't feel sick because he don't have to speak it louder, or play the mardanga or something. So why should one bother with the sankirtan? Sri Sanatan Goswami ask this very question, because I have seen so many times also. There are devotees who feels like, sankirtan, na, you know what, I'll do meditation only, smaran only, and by doing the smaran I can become a manjari. uh, Read this commentary, read this very verse. Uh, it says that there are people who come and who would ask this question, that why should I do sankirtan, why should I even bother doing sankirtan? So to this objection, Sanatan Goswami then replies, uh, in this verse, and he says, the beautiful of uh, sweetness of krishna is mentioned, and revealed, uh, that krishna's grace uh, is the most supreme one, uh, and only those who perform sankirtan can get that grace, that kripa, that mercy. And that mercy cannot be attained by one's own effort and strength. We usually say nama kripa, we usually talk about guru kripa. All the kripas uh, come to us uh, when we do sankirtan. If one just sits down and do his chantings, very nice, very good, keep doing so. But you are doing all of that by your own strength. But here, the real kripa, Sanatan Goswami states, and he says that the real kripa comes when one is 100% focused in Sankirtan. The reason for the variety in the sweetness is like the Sankirtan of God's name, is that God is an ocean of diverse pastimes and divine flavors. And because of this, the sweetness of Sankirtan, when it is directly given by His grace, uh, can be fully experienced without any obstacles or drawbacks. The finest way Sanatan Goswami have spoken that what the Sankirtan can do. Because it's Krishna who is giving his direct kripa. So when he is giving his direct kripa, no obstacles can stop that kripa, not a single one. This is because when God's grace manifests, there is no obstacles at all. However, if someone is chanting or practicing different types of devotional practices on their own without such grace, obstacles may arise. Hmm. Obstacles may arise. So if one is doing everything by his own and thinking that, oh, I will do it, there are million% chances uh, that some kind of obstacles will come. But when someone is when the assembly of devotees are sitting together and doing the Sankirtan, just by doing the Sankirtan, the real kripa of Krishna, it comes to us. Now, for that kripa, one has to be focused upon one thing. Sattva evaik manaso vrati swabhaviki tuya. Our Shrimad Bhagwatam speaks. In the Shrimad Bhagwatam, Kapil Dev Muni speaks. Uh, and he, uh, you know, he is very nicely saying that one has to do the bhakti swabhaviki. Swabhaviki means natural bhakti. Now, uh, how natural? There are two types of bhaktis which usually we do. The bhakti which we do by our physical body, but our mind wanders everywhere. We are not focused, whichsoever bhakti or practices we are doing. That's a one type of a bhakti. Uh, the second type of a bhakti is our mind is focused while we are performing any kind of spiritual activities. Two types of bhaktis in a very easy way. The first one where by mind and by your body you are focused, and the second one is where you are focused just physically but mentally you are not focused. So two types of bhaktis are there. One is natural and one is unnatural. The unnatural one is uh, you know uh, unnatural one is the one uh, which talks about the sadhana avastha, or the very first stage where we are stuck into. That our mind is not focused yet. Physically we are focused. If guruji is saying that chant 11 rounds of uh, mahamantra or Krishna nam, you are uh, following the instructions and doing the 11 rounds, but physically you are focused. Mentally, maybe for a few minutes, for a few seconds you are focused, but afterward your mind is wandering everywhere. So this is the uh, sadhak's first stage, or devotee's very first stage. The and when one starts to focus and bring his mind in control, mentally he's focused as well as physically he's focused, then the moment he is focused completely and naturally he's been focused without even forcing it, he's focused. Then he reaches to the stage of bhava and prema, because he is not forcing, it becomes swabhaviki. Swabhaviki means sattva evaik manaso vrittihi swabhaviki tuya. Uh, he he is naturally doing it. He's 100% naturally doing it. And the moment he naturally does, he reaches to the stage of bhava and prema. But we know already that we are not at that stage. We are fighting in this world with Maya. And Krishna is someone who doesn't interfere into the, in anyone's affairs. He doesn't interfere. He doesn't interfere, uh, you know, with the properties of jiva or the properties of maya. That maya is vibhu means that is all spreaded in the, in the entire world. And jiva is anu. Jiva is just a small one, partial part and partial. Now, Krishna is not someone who just, one day he feels like, okay, today I will make Maya, a part and partial, a small one, and I will make Jiva as the, Vibhu, or spread it everywhere, and he's the only one and the big one capturing everything, even like controlling Maya. He doesn't interfere into any of that. So when he doesn't interfere into any of that, so we are the ones who we have to fight with Maya. Maya is very strong. Even in Bhagavad Gita also it says that Maya is the most strongest one. Now to fight with Maya, one has to uh, do the right kind of use the right kind of a weapon to fight with Maya. And what is the right kind of a weapon to fight with Maya? You are in a battle. Whether you choose or you don't choose, whether you say that I want to become a Babaji, like, how Arjun was saying that, I am renouncing from everything, I don't want to fight. Whether you say whatsoever you say, it doesn't matter at all. Hmm. Because in scripture it says that, when the Maya, the moment you come in here, you are already on a battleground. Whether you choose not to fight or I want to fight, Maya will fight with you. You become Babaji, no problem at all. Maya have its own ways to, play with you and defeat you. So one has to choose the right kind of a weapon to fight. Now, let's say, uh, you chooses that no, I will do the meditation, no, I will do the hatha yoga, no, I will do the jnana yoga. You go and do whatsoever. That's your uh, freedom. But here when we are talking about that, what Mahaprabhu is instructing, Mahaprabhu is saying that the only weapon, or the same thing Sanatan Goswami is saying, they are saying that the only weapon to fight with Maya is that when you get the very support of Krishna. Because you cannot defeat Maya by your own. Mm. Now you want the complete support of Shri Krishna. How can that real support of Shri Krishna can come to you? It can only come by Nama Sankirtan. Nothing else. Uh, Nama Sankirtan. Once we have that Nama Sankirtan, we can do whatever we want to. So the very first thing is that our goal is not getting rid of all the uh, you know fire in our life or problems in our life, getting any kind of a money in our life. That spiritual goal is not to just clean our heart and see that how does my atma looks like. This is not our goal. Uh, our goal is not even to the primary goal is not to even become a Radha Dasi. This is not our primary goal. This is secondary goal. You will become 100%. You will become. If you will do it correctly, you will become 100%. But our goal is to attain prem. Our goal is not to just become a Radha's Dasi. In Brad Bhagavatamrit, Shri Sanatan Goswami says ये सर्व नैरपेक्षेन राधा दास्य इच्छवः परम संकीर्तयन्ति तन्नाम तादृश प्रियतामयः. He says, those who desire and have a bhav to become the maid servant of Radharani and they meditate, let us become maid servants of Shri Radhika. So, because only by attaining that does everything desired by oneself, and that which is beyond of everything become fully self manifest, and he feels that I'm getting the best of the best because I'm going to become a dasi of Radharani. Hmm, very nice. Uh, but that result you can attain uh, by doing one thing. What is that thing? The only practice. Sankirtayanti tannam tadrash priyatamaya. Shri Sanatan Goswami says in his commentary, engage in Sankirtan of Shri Krishna Nam, meaning one sings aloud fully in fine tunes the holy names uh, of the beautiful relisher of Ras, Shri Krishna, through different verses, compositions, and so forth. One can do Guna Nama Sankirtan, one can do Rupa Nama Sankirtan, one can do Krishna Nama Sankirtan, one can do Leela, Leela Sankirtan, one can do any kind of a Sankirtan with the Rag and Ragnis also. If one can learn Rag and Ragnis, it's the most beautiful thing. Learning all the beautiful melodies, because Krishna is someone who is an expert of music. And if I just sit down and start to sing without the tune, I mean, without the uh, right rhythm, I don't think even Krishna would like it. But anyhow, he sees the bhava of devotees. Definitely, he sees that, but often we do not even have that right kind of a bhava in us. So when we do not have the right kind of a bhava in us, then it says that even if you want to attain, the manjari form in your life, if you want to become a dasi of Radharani, the only way is to do the Sankirtan of Krishna Nam. Uh, Often, devotees come and they ask, oh, why can't I do Radha, 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 Radha? I'm so sorry. Mahaprabhu is saying Krishna Nama Sankirtan. Sanatan Goswami is saying Krishna Nama Sankirtan. We have to follow what our acharyas are saying. We can't just come up with our own idea and think, oh, you know what, I can do whatever I want to. No, you cannot. The very first thing is that until or unless one is not even initiated rightly, no matter what kind of a bhakti he does, it's not even considered as bhakti. Our Acharya says that this is Vishwanath Chakravarti Bhatt Thakur. In the third canto, he speaks about it. And he says, Gunalinga Nam Ashru Vikramadam Satva Evaika Manoso Vritti Swabhaviki Tuya Animitta Bhagwati Bhakti Siddha Gariyasi. Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Bhatt, he comments and he, in this verse, and he says that one has to understand that if one is attempting to do the spiritual practices without surrendering to a guru, is not called bhakti. Rather, bhakti is the behavior of a devotee who follows uh, all the activities and mantras prescribed to him or her by a guru. To make this clear, in Shrimad Bhagwatam, Kapildev Muni says, Anushravik Karmanam. What does that mean? Activities resulting from following instruction. So, the primary meaning of Anushravik is to hear. Shravik, Shrava is hear from the mouth. Mouth means Anu, of the Guru. So Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he elaborates this point and says that the etymology with further precision, saying that since Anu, Anushravik means hearing from the Guru, it therefore means hearing the mantra and the prescribed duties by the Guru. So if someone just comes and sits down and think that let me just do the sankirtan, let me just sit down and do this chanting, I'm sorry, but bhakti lata beej, the seed of bhakti, of devotion, is planted by the guru in someone's heart. Once it is planted, then only it can sprout. But when it is not planted, no matter whatever one does, according to Vishwanath Chakravarti Bhatt Thakur, that is not considered bhakti. It's like without a seedless ground, one is pouring water and thinking that one day I will get the bhakti lata. One cannot get the bhakti lata at all. So once one is completely, you know, surrendered to a guru and follows each and everything prescribed by the guru, then it says that each and every body parts, karmendriya, gyanendriya, everything, they all become, they all do the bhakti, or they support the bhakti. uh, and he goes more further and says that, look, one may doubt, that how even the body, our body can do the bhakti. Yeah. So Vishwanath Chakravarti, but Thakur, he goes more further and he said, उत्सर्गान मलमूत्र देशा चित्त स्व स्तयम यतो भवेत अतः पयु रूपस्थम च तदा राधा साधनम. He very nicely says that even the anus and genitals are also utilized in devotional practice, because one's health remains strong by proper evacuation and urination. So that even becomes a spiritual practice, and that's what, like, we talk about often. And I always say that if you really want to focus, uh, the mind can be more focused when you keep your stomach 100% empty and clean. uh, and even like taking care of this, of this subject, the proper evacuation and urination, if it is happening properly, it will only support your bhakti. And that, even like taking care of that, also is known as bhakti by a Vaishnav, and by our acharyas, and by our even shastras. So now we were talking about the point. Let's just be more focused on that point, that we want to become Radha's Dasi. We 100% want to become a Radha's Dasi. But we can become Radha's Dasi when we practice Krishna Nama Sankirtan. But that is also not our primary goal. This is not our primary goal. Let's say you become a Dasi, then what? You do not know anything. You did not get the seva. You maybe have seen yourself, your soul. Oh, look, I know that, what kind of a, what is my name, how do I look like in eternal Vrindavan. Very nice, all of these details. But then what? You're not getting any sevas. Seva, prema, that is the only goal of Gaudiya Sampradaya. Prema means that I am getting a seva. Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Naam Sankirtan. Now, this Param is prema, is seva. Even you are getting a body, you will get a body. 100% you will get a body by Nama Sankirtan. But our main focus is not that I want a body. Our main focus is not that I want to get rid of all of these obstacles in my life. Our focus is not to attain any money or any kind of wealth. Our focus is our focus only on prema, that I want to get the seva of Shri Radha and Krishna so I can serve them eternally. Param, the only and only goal of my life. And the primary cause, of our entire Nama Sankirtan uh, or our spiritual life is prem. Now, how to get this prem? नाम संकीर्तनम प्रोक्तम कृष्णस्य प्रेम संपदि बलिष्ठम साधनम श्रेष्ठम परम परम आकर्ष मंत्रवत. In Braj Bhagavatamrit, Shri Sanatan Goswami says that a Nam Sankirtan is said to be the most powerful and excellent sadhana for attaining the fortune of prem, as it is like an extraordinary attraction mantra that can thereby cause accusations of them. So, Nama Sankirtan can attract and bring about the attainment of Krishna Prem. The most important thing, the most important thing. Krishna is giving everything first. Mahaprabhu is speaking the Cheto Darpana Marjanam Bhava Mahadavagni Nirvapanam. Everything Krishna is giving first. But the very last thing which Mahaprabhu speaks, and he says, Param Vijayate, the Param, the Seva, is something which is very hard to obtain by all those people who are trying different other techniques to attain that. But Nama Sankirtan is the only most powerful and excellent sadhana that can attract the most difficult Krishna Prema to attain. And it just not attain, acquisition also, that once I have it, is in my control. No one else can take it from me. So these two goals, they are the most, the primary and the secondary. The secondary can sometimes divert our mind. Sometimes we forget that what is our goal because of all of those things which comes with this sacred love. We forget. Often we forget. And the very same thing in the Chaitanya Chandramrit, has been mentioned. Sansar Sindhu Tarane Hridayam Yadi Syat Sankirtanamrat Rase Ramate Manaschet Premam Budhau Viharane Yadi Chit Vrittish Chaitanya Chandra Charane Sharanam Prayatu. Chaitanya Chandramrita says, if you wish to cross this ocean of sansar, if you desire to relish the ras of this amrit of Sankirtan, and if you yearn to swim in the ocean of prem, three things: sadhana bhakti, the sadhana stage, the sadhana stage, what everyone wants. Uh, we all want cheto darpana marjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam. We all want that. And here, when we take the shelter of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what happens is, the very first thing, if you wish to cross the ocean of sansar, of this, this forest fire, you can get it just by taking shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The second one is uh, bhava bhakti. The very first one was sadhana bhakti. The second one is bhava bhakti. In a bhava bhakti, what happens is, if you desire to relish the rasa of the amrit of Sankirtan, hmm, you are relishing it. It's the very same thing. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is speaking. Shreya Kaitava Chandrika Vitaranam Vidya Vadu Jivanam Anandam Mudi Vardhanam Pratipad Purnamrit Aswadanam. The very same thing. Sarvatma Isnapanam. The very same thing Mahaprabhu is speaking. Uh, But I'm saying these two, you will get it naturally if you just focus on the third one. My focus is not the very first one. My focus is not on the second one. My focus is on the third one. Uh, What is the third one? Hmm. If you yearn to swim in the ocean of prema, hmm, param vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. Uh, If you focus on the third one, then you can attain uh, all three. If you focus on one or two, then you are never going to attain the third one. But Mahaprabhu, in this very verse, talks about that one should be focused on the third one, the last goal, param, not on the first goal, or the second goal, the third goal one should be focused upon. So we have discussed mainly about the first line, cheto darpan marjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam. We have understood that ahankara never stays alone. Ahankara stays with the 10 uh, indriyas, the senses, 5 karmendriyas and 5 gyanendriyas, with mana. 11 people are staying in ahankara's bed, or in the ahankara's house. So one has to get rid of those ahankaras to attain sacred love. If that can happen, but it can only happen when one is completely focused on Nama Sankirtan. If one really only wants to enjoy the Ananda, or the different types of Ananda, one can attain that also uh, by the Nama Sankirtan. But our primary focus is to attain the sacred love of Shri Radha and Krishna. Our focus is not to just get rid of all the obstacles and relish uh, the very nectar. This is not our uh, main goal. So we should be, and this is our acharyas have spoken, we should be completely focused upon Nama Sankirtan. One of my Siksha gurus used to say that the Nama Sankirtan is the only thing where you don't need to talk about the philosophy with other people. You do not even want, you don't even care whether someone is senior or junior. Mm. Everyone who is like, usually when everyone sits down, uh, what do? They either like think, oh, I'm senior, he is junior, oh, he has these defects, that defects. But Nama Sankirtan, that assembly when everyone are sitting all together, this very assembly of devotees, they are sitting together whether someone is educated or not educated, whether someone is a senior or no, have no seniority. Uh, if someone is into sadhana bhakti or in a bhava bhakti, or maybe have the very different goals altogether. Mm. But if all of them just sit together, uh, they will never commit any Vaishnav aparadh. They will never commit any Vaishnav aparadh. The only practice which can make us away from the Vaishnava aparadh, and that's the beauty of Nama Sankirtan. We don't care who is doing what. We don't even care at all. What we care about, I just want to sing Nama Sankirtan. So I just got to see the time. uh, I will try to just wrap up today's class now. Our real focus is eternal love, that sacred love. All the different seven other things comes with the package of eternal love. If our focus is different than eternal love, then few things can be sorted by the Nama Sankirtan, but we won't be able to attain sacred love. When we are practicing Nama Sankirtan or our bhajan, our focus shouldn't be that I want to become a gopi, I want to get rid of every kind of obstacles in my life. Our main goal should be that I want to attain Krishna Prema. And that in all different types of spiritual practices, the most important practice, which is without offense, which can take me to Krishna, which can give me the mercy of Krishna, which can remove every type of obstacle, and that is the one and only Nama Sankirtan. And this Nama Sankirtan can be practiced when I am using my own intelligence over my ahankara. When I will practice by understanding that how important this Sankirtan is for me, and when I will understand that I have to put my ahankara down to practice and to attain this very, uh, this very goal, I have to be very much, focused on this very practice without thinking that, you know, there is a doubt whether I would be able to get, uh, you know, sacred love or not. Because usually this is always an issue with every one of us, that when we are practicing any of the uh, spiritual practices, there is always a doubt in us that what are we doing, is correct or not, whether we will be able to attain it or not. But Mahaprabhu is being very merciful, and he have said that you can attain anything and everything if you will just focus on Nama Sankirtan. So we will end this class, uh, by by being more focused on Shri uh, Krishna Nama Sankirtan, and we and become more expert in Sankirtan, I would suggest everyone. And as what Sanatan Goswami is saying, that if you will start to chant in the new melodies and try to attract Krishna, he would be much, he is more, he's the most merciful one, and he is someone who will, uh, run from his golok, with his prem, and he will give you that uh, eternal love which Mahaprabhu and all the acharyas are talking about. So Radhe Radhe tonight, and I will just take very few questions. It's very late, so I don't really want to, uh, make myself awake, keep myself awake for so long. Uh, Shri Goswami, as you talk about Sankirtan, some prefer to sing Pada, not Mahamantra. So, which is more effective? And is it the Pad is also Nama Sankirtan? And if we don't sing Mahamantra, then which name is preferred in Gaudiya philosophy? I'm confused, Guruji. Uh, Krishna Nam Sankirtan. Now, there are different types of Sankirtans. The very Nama Sankirtan, Guna Sankirtan, Leela Sankirtan, uh, रूप and guna sankirtan. So padavali can happen. One can sing padas, Vaishnav padav from Vaishnava padavali. One can do nama sankirtan. No problem at all. Here we are talking about Krishna Nama Sankirtan. When you are talking about Mahamantra, uh, according to what I have studied in the scriptures, Nivasacharya writes the very beautiful Shat Goswami Astakam also in there, and even in Chaitanya Charitamrita and everywhere. It's been mentioned that Mahamantra should be sung in Sankirtan when it is someone is doing the counting of it. Without the counting, Mahamantra should not be chanted. So we are here talking about the Krishna Nam. Krishna Nam can be any Krishna Nam. You can say Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda. You can do Hari Haraye Namah, Krishna Yadavaya Namah, any Krishna Nam. It's not something which is confusing. Any Krishna Nam can be chanted. Guruji, is there any difference between Krishna Prem and sacred love, or is it the same? Both are same. Both are same. One is in Hindi and another one is in English. Uh, uh, Jai Gaur Gurudev Ju, if one performs Sankirtan alone with bhav and love, when we don't have others to join us, will that also count as a Sankirtan? As with my limited knowledge, I used to think Sankirtan means is a kirtan that is profound in performed in a group. I have already stated that in the beginning of my class, and I said that Bahur Militva Kirtanam Sankirtanam Ityuchyate Tattu Chamatkar Vishesh Poshat Purvato Padhikam Miti Geyam. Sri Gopal Bhatt Goswami says the Kirtana performed by many who have gathered together is called a Sankirtan. This Sankirtan is to be known as superior even to the Kirtan. So if someone is doing it alone is known as Kirtan, but when few people devotees are assembled together and doing chanting it, chanting together is known as Sankirtan. I guess today's very beautiful. Today's questions are done. Well, let me tell you one thing. Speaking in English when I'm in Vrindavan, the most difficult thing. And speaking when I can't even see anyone, it feels like I'm talking to myself. Uh, Achyut, your question is not connected with today's class. So I'm sorry, you can ask in the other channels, but uh, I don't give replies to those questions which are not connected with the class. Yeah. There is a before just ending, there is a very beautiful uh, saying, uh, and the saying is that how in Sanskrit there is a saying. It says that uh, how to understand that someone is an intelligent person or not, how to understand that whether someone is was involved into the discussion or not. uh, so the answer is by their questions. It it goes to further and says that if someone asks unrelated question to the from the topic, is not considered the uh, is not considered the educated uh, person. So I request you all to be more educated and just focus on the questions which is related to the classes. Don't ever try to come up with any of those questions uh, which are not connected with the classes. There are different platforms where you can come and ask the questions. I have repeated this off, many times. So have a very blissful week, and I uh, I guess I won't be able to do the katha on Saturday for the couple of weeks. I will be busy in the Radharamanji Seva, as well as I have some programs ahead. But I'll discuss with devotees who are involved in this seva, and I'll see if I can pre-record the sessions, and then on Saturday you all of you devotee can come and attend the class. So I'll see in the next couple of days what can be done. But if you know if I will not be able to give the class, then or not record the class, then I will see you after Holi, mm, next month, because I'm thinking to play Holi with Radharamanji now. So all the good luck to all of you, and please be more focused on your Nam Sankirtan. That's the only life, and on your goal, and that is sacred love. May Radharaman bless you all. Jai Radharaman, Jai Radharaman, Jai Radharaman.